What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Band-Maid, yes indeed. Band-Maid Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from SMB, and this is actually SMB's prioritized request for the month of May for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, SMB. I hope you enjoy the show, man. SMB wanted to see me react to this song by Band-Maid called I Still Seek Revenge.
At last we will have revenge.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by SMB on his private Google Drive, and SMB specifically asked me not to share this link. So unfortunately, it will not be down below. But that, look, it's his request, and he put it on his drive, so he has the right to do that, folks. So let's see, it was on his private drive, and as a result, I have no idea how many views it has. Probably only a couple, so, but I don't know for sure, so I can't really say. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will not be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Band-Maid, I Still Seek Revenge, live at Tokyo Garden Theater 2023. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
one of the heaviest sounding tracks, not the heaviest, but one of the heaviest sounding tracks I have heard from Band-Maid on the channel so far. The guitars in here are really thick, really crunchy. I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. The drum pattern is actually pretty simple. It's not overly complicated, but at the same time, it's definitely driving. It's definitely pushing the song forward, along with the bass playing, along with the bass playing. The popping and slapping parts in particular, when she goes into it, the picking from her, I know this has to do completely with her bass tone. I know it does, but her picking almost sounds like popping and slapping, even though it's not. But it almost sounds like it is. That's kind of frightening when you think about it. But when she does go into the popping and slapping, you can hear the difference. You can. So far, so good. Don't think I didn't notice right before the main groove of the song kicked in. Don't think I didn't notice that little section of 3/4. I caught it. I caught it. It was really nicely done too. Let's keep going here. Double time, okay. I have mixed feelings about this song. I have a feeling I know how the scoring is going to go, and I have a feeling a lot of people are not going to like it. But too bad. It is. Listen, it is what it is. So, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Band-Maid with I Still Seek Revenge. This was a request from SMB, and this was actually SMB's prioritized request for the month of May for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, SMB. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, look. I'm going to give my score. And in the past, I have spent more time justifying my score and basically apologizing for my score to try to avoid, you know, a lot of hate and stuff like that. I'm going to try something different this time, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give my score, I'm going to give my reasons, and that's all there's going to be to it. So, if you don't like the score, sorry. But it is going to be honest. And you can call me every dirty name in the book, that's fine. But you know what you won't be able to call me? You won't be able to call me a liar. So, I'm fine with that. Let's start with the score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.2. Yep, 8.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Aside from one factor, this was probably one of the least impressive songs I've heard from Band-Maid, if I'm being honest here. The drumming, very straight ahead, nothing overly complicated. It felt right, it felt good, it felt nice, but I'm not going to sit here and say that her drumming was amazing, because I've heard her play far more amazing things in Band-Maid, guys, I have. And even outside of Band-Maid. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and pander and say, oh, that was an amazing drumming. No, it wasn't. It was very basic, very simple patterns. But she did a great job on them, and they fit the context of the song. At the end of the day, what more do you want? The guitar playing, thick and crunchy. Probably some of the heaviest sounding guitar playing I've heard from Band-Maid, if I'm being honest with you. It was not the typical Band-Maid guitar tone. It was quite a bit heavier, noticeably heavier. I really liked it. I thought it fit the style of the song and the feel of the song like a glove. If they had gone with that lighter distortion patch that they normally use, I don't know if that would have fit as well. I don't think it would have been as full sounding, as powerful sounding as this was. The guitar playing, if I'm being honest, pretty simple, but again, fit the context of the song. The guitar solo, it was actually pretty short by some of the other solo standards I've heard on the channel, but it was effective. It was very effective, so good on her. Vocals, if I'm being honest, I'm not saying this to be rude, I'm just saying this very matter-of-factly, probably some of the least impressive singing I have heard from Psyche on the channel. But at the same time, again, I don't think if she had tried to, sing for the stratosphere, I don't think that would have fit the song. I think what she did fit the concept of the song just fine. It's just, if you're going to ask me if this was the most impressive vocal job I've ever heard from Psyche, I'm going to say no. Quite the opposite. Some of the least impressive vocals I've heard from her, but still sounded really good, and it fit the context of the song. Overall, I mean, you take all those factors, and I would probably give this song somewhere around like a 7.6, 7.5, somewhere in there. So why am I giving this an 8.2? The dark horse. Once again, Misa to the rescue. Oh man, her bass playing on this was really nice. It was downright great. Very attack heavy with the tone that she's using. The picking, the way that she has her tone set up in this, when she was picking, dear Lord, if I were to close my eyes and I wasn't watching, I was hearing the picking, I would have sworn that might have been popping and slapping. I mean, it was very, very attack heavy. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. It made her bass sound stand out. Of course, when she did switch to popping and slapping, there was a noticeable difference. I'm just saying that from a standpoint of pure picking. If I would have closed my eyes and listened to that, I might have been convinced that was popping and slapping instead, just because of the way that she has her tone set up. Super clean bass playing from her, as always. If I'm being honest, guys, she was the highlight of the show here. She was. She absolutely stole the show from everybody, and I do mean everybody, including the vocals. She outshined everyone. And I'm not talking just by a little bit. No. I'm talking about head and shoulders above everyone else. If it had not been for Misa on this, I'm going to be honest with you folks, we'd be looking at, seriously, a 7.5 to 7.6. But because of Misa's killer bass playing on this, the accuracy, the note selection, the choice between when to pick, when to pop and slap, I gotta give it, I gotta bump them up, man, significantly. All thanks to Misa. So yeah, that's how we're ending up at the 8.2. As far as the live show goes, if I'm being honest, the live show was honestly a non-factor. They weren't really moving around a whole lot. They really weren't interacting with the crowd a whole lot. They really weren't doing anything to help their score with their live show. Now, the good news is they didn't do anything to hurt it either. They didn't stand there like trees the whole time. There was some movement around in their own little personal space, like, you know, moving away from the mic stands and like that. So they weren't standing there like a bunch of trees, like some other bands that we've had on the channel. Not gonna mention any names, but at the same time, they didn't do anything to help boost their score either. So the live show, in all honesty, in this situation was a complete non-factor. So that 8.2 is based completely on the song itself. So there you go, 8.2. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. And if you don't like it, tough. That's all I'm gonna say. 8.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.